Hi, my name is Lauren, and today I'm going to be going over Practical Skill Lab 13. It involves triturating a cream base and a powder. So without further ado, let's begin. So for this lab, I'm going to be measuring 5 grams of the simulated powder and 20 grams of the cream base. So following the 10% margin of error, for the powder, the minimum would be 4.5 grams. And then for the maximum measurement, it would be 5.5 grams. And then for the cream base, for this lab, I would need 20 grams. So for that, the minimum measurement following the 10% margin of error rule would be 18. And then the maximum would be 22 grams. So for this lab, I have all my materials here. So what I have is a weighing boat, 2 of them actually, my spatula, my mortar and pestle, my powder, my cream base, my scale, and the alcohol wipes to disinfect everything. And now I'm going to go wash my hands. And now I'll be washing my hands using the aseptic hand washing technique. Since it's my first hand wash of the day, I'll be using my nail brush. Always point your fingers down. And now when you're all done, you use another piece of paper towel, turn off the sink, then grab a different one to pat your hands dry. And my hands are all clean. And now that my hands are all clean, I'll be putting on my nitrile gloves. I'm ready to start. Now that my hands are all clean and my gloves are on, I'm going to be disinfecting everything I'm going to be using. So to start, take out an alcohol wipe. I'm going to use it on the scale. A spatula. The weighing boats. And the mortar and pestle. So now that I allowed my materials to completely dry, I already put the weighing boat on the scale and I used the tare function to reset it back down to 0. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by weighing the powder. And remember that since it's 5 grams, I can go between 4.5 and 5.5. Okay. So I'm okay with this. I ended up getting 5.2. Spin it around the shell. So now I'm going to be measuring the cream base, and just as a reminder, this is a new weighing boat, and I already used the tare function to reset the scale back down to 0. And for this, since it asks for 20 grams, I can get between 18 and 22. So let's see. Right now I'm on 16.7. Okay, I'm okay with that. I got exactly 20. So now that I have both of the cream and the powder all measured out, I can now add it to the mortar. So what I'm gonna do is, you start by taking about half of the cream base with the spatula, you put it in, and then you'd eyeball about a third of the powder. Say that's about, and then from there what you would do is you take the pestle, you push it down, and you stir it in a circular motion. And then from there, what you would do is you just keep adding the ingredients little by little. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the cream base in. And then a little bit more of the powder. You can almost think of it as if you're baking a cake. You can add the ingredients in little by little. Make sure that it's mixed properly. And don't lose that circular motion. Push it down. Then the objective with this is that you're not supposed to recognize either the cream or the powder. It's just supposed to look like it's one cohesive mix. Okay, so now I'm gonna add last bit of the cream. Just had to grab it differently. Then the last, say that's about the last third of the powder. Okay. I'd say it's almost getting there. Let's see. And then also make sure that when you're mixing it, just press down, make sure no residual powder is stuck at the bottom. And then just to verify, so I think it's actually good. I feel like you cannot see. So now that the materials have already been discarded, I'm going to be cleaning them, and you would do that by using warm soapy water. So to start, turn on the sink. Squeeze the dishwashing soap. I'm going to be cleaning off my spatula and the mortar and pestle. So now after cleaning my mortar, pestle, and spatula with warm soapy water, I'm going to be disinfecting all of the materials used with this alcohol wipe. So start with the scale. spatula. And the weighing boats. And that's it.